Yesterday's gone and today's waiting on you to show your face.
The NIV has served us really well for since Faith Community began, if I remember correctly. And the reason why we're going to the English Standard Version or the ESV is because, one, there's not a lot of difference between the NIV and ESV. It's very readable. It's written to the same grade level. But what it does is it brings out some of the small words that times that the NIV leaves out. The NIV is a translation that is called thought for thought. And what it tries to do is it tries to capture a paragraph's meaning and then replicate the paragraph's meaning. The ESV is more of a word for word. The older word for words, like the New American Standard, were pretty wooden and didn't flow very well. And what the ESV has tried to do is stay word for word. So we have these little words in there that are important, like for or so that the argument moves along with, we need to pay attention to. But it also has flow, readability. So it doesn't sacrifice readability for word, and it tries to blend the two together. Also, one of the primary reasons that has moved me to really like the ESV isn't so much the translation, which is important, but it's the study Bible that just came out this year, the ESV Study Bible. And the translation, the ESV is a very good translation, very helpful translation, but what this study Bible does is it puts together in our hands all kinds of tools that help us read the Bible. Jesus has given to the church teachers and prophets and apostles and evangelists to help the building up of the church. And what we have in this Bible and with this study Bible is a lot of teachers who are extremely godly people who know the Bible extremely well, writing on the Bible and giving us all kinds of great helps and great charts and ways to read the Bible and understand the Bible in ways that we just haven't had before. And so the impetus, the reason for change is this tool that's come out. And Crossway Books is the publisher of the ESV Study Bible, of the ESV, and they are coming out with all kinds of tools that are so helpful to help us get the Bible into our heads and into our hearts, not just when we meet in the auditorium, not just when we're in small groups, but when we're together. And I've used the Study Bible at times. Larry's used the Study Bible at times. And what we find is that the questions that we're asking as we're going through the passage, what does this mean? What do we deal with this? What's going on here? The ESV almost intuitively is asking and trying to answer those same questions. Now, the study notes, aren't inspired, but they're extremely helpful for understanding what's going on in the passages. So that's one of the primary reasons, is this ESV Study Bible. With translations, you always gain something and you lose something. Every time you translate from one language into another, you always gain something and you lose something. And so it's helpful and it's a blessing in the church to have all kinds of translations out there. And so one of the best ways to do Bible study is to look at about 3 different translations when you go through it, to go to different places online where you can do that and not have to buy all 3. But some are better than others, and some are more consistently better than others. And all of them are authoritative. And so we want to be careful. All of them are authoritative. The ESV isn't more authoritative than the NIV. The NRSV isn't more authoritative than the NIV. It's just that some are a little bit more accurate and some capture the flow a little bit better. And capture the thought a little bit better, or make it easier better. Make it easier for us to capture the thought flow of a passage. Well, the pastors and people that we like and listen to and appreciate and know. So like John Piper helped work on this translation and helped work on the translation notes, the study notes. Our daughter church, the River, uses the NIV or uses the ESV. Our daughter church or granddaughter church up in Somerset uses the ESV. And then we'll start transitioning in the fall to the ESV and replacing the Bibles in the chairs, and then working with Awana and those types of things and trying to get things converted over to the ESV. Having a common tool that we're using together and we're all getting benefit from it, I think it'd just be really, really great. And I think the church we served in St. Croix will be served by it.
It's a new day.